people, I'm Red and welcome back to Propagandist. It's been a while, hasn't it, since I last did a video where I appeared on Facecam. And speaking of stuff that I haven't done in a while, welcome back to Let's Watch / Let's React to RWBY, ladies and gentlemen. So it has been at least a few years since I reacted to RWBY Volume 5, and since then I have got very behind on RWBY, I have to say. I watched a couple of episodes actually recently of the new RWBY Ice Queendom, you know, the actual anime adaptation by a Japanese studio. But the actual main volumes of RWBY I've not been watching for quite some time. So Volume 6, Volume 7, Volume 8, I haven't actually watched them yet. And I know Volume 9 is currently in the works and is, I believe, not far off release on Rooster Teeth first. So yeah, it's about bloody time that I actually got back to this series and, you know, got back into it. Especially because, you know, it's a great series, RWBY. It has great characters, and, you know, certainly comparing where RWBY is today to where it actually came from years ago, when you see the old animation, you know, like RWBY Volume 1 and 2, it's a show that has come leaps and bounds over time, and I've been really wanting to get back to it for some time, but unfortunately it's just, you know, the real life commitments with work and all that. As well as obviously stuff I do outside of work, here on YouTube, things like that, have just kind of got in the way, and as a result this has just kind of slid down my list of priorities, to put it that way. So I'm going to try and rectify that. I've signed up to Rooster Teeth first for the, you know, trial, so I'm trying to hopefully get as much of RWBY Volume 6 recorded as possible. The aim is to basically try and record a few episodes of that today, and, you know, if need be, more of them in the coming days. Maybe even then, perhaps start recording some of the other volumes as well, Volume 7, potentially even Volume 8, depending on how things go. And, yeah, just give my sort of reactions to those, because, you know, it's a nice little series. Almost feels kind of cosy, doesn't it, when you have a reactor sort of talking about and watching a favourite show. It's like you're sort of on the couch with an old friend or something. Sort of. I don't know, I'm waffling. I have no idea what I'm talking about, to be honest. So, where were we actually up to in RWBY? What was the last thing that I remember actually happening in Volume 5? I mean, there's a few things, in fact. So obviously Volume 5, the RWBY gang is all now back together. They're at Haven in Mistral. They defended it from the bad guys. Cinder had a fight with Raven. We discovered that Raven was the Spring Maiden, in fact. And Cinder, meanwhile, I think is dead now? Question mark? I believe so. I mean, she seemed pretty dead at the end of it, based on what Raven did to her. So they safeguarded the relic that was at Haven Academy. What were the relics again? I think there was 4 of them, wasn't there? It was like Choice, Destruction, Knowledge, and Creation. I can't remember which one it was, though, at Haven. I probably should have actually rewatched Volume 5 before I actually started this, but hey, you know, it's fine. I'm sure I'll pick it up as I go along. What else happened? I think, what's his face? Leo, the headmaster of Haven, he's dead now, isn't he? I'm pretty sure Salem's goons killed him because he basically failed to help them. Jean, I think, Jean-Arc, we finally got his semblance, because there was a friggin' scary moment at the end of Volume 5 with Weiss. I thought for a second that friggin' Best Girl was going to end up dying off, but no, fortunately not. Jean has unlocked his power of healing, it seems, so that's a thing. I'm sure that'll come to play in Volume 6. What else? Now, I remember, though, a couple of years ago, back in the day when Volume 6 hadn't yet been released, I do recall seeing snippets of like, screen caps, things like that, online. And now, don't spoil anything for me here, ladies and gentlemen. Just, you know, don't put any spoiler comments down below, anything like that. But does Neo come back in Volume 6? Because I feel like I've seen artworks of her and it looks like she's going to be back in Volume 6, which will be awesome if that's true. You know, rip in peace, Roman Torchwick. You're a great villain, taken away from us far too soon. But yeah, if Neo comes back, I'll be way up for that, because Neo was a great villain as well. So I'm just assuming, you know, based on the artworks I've seen, that she does come back in this one. But like I say, don't spoil anything for me in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, for the duration of this Let's Watch for Volume 6, I am purposefully going to be not looking at the comments of these videos, because the problem is, I basically run the Propagandist channel myself. It's a hobby. I don't earn a living off it. as is, you know, the case with my strategist channel where I do all my gaming content. But in essence, because I don't earn a living off it, I run the whole channel myself. I don't have a moderator, I don't have anyone who does anything like that for me. So yes, I have to be a little careful sometimes with spoiler comments. So in that case, my solution always to that is, well, it's a bit of a heavy solution, but sorry, you can probably see my hand flickering around in the corner of the screen there, which is probably very distracting. But essentially, yes, I will be purposefully not watching, not reading comments rather, just in case people spoil things for me, because, you know, there's always people out there who do that, which is absolutely annoying. But you know what? I think that's enough gassing from my end. I think we should actually get to the episode. So let's get cracking on with it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we are going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, here we go. Right, let's see what the deal is, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, feels good. It's like coming home after, you know, being away for several years. To come back to a series that you did love and enjoy and continue on with it. God, the visuals look good though, don't they? Look at that. Okay, what are we starting with? Train? Oh, I think I saw a Blake and a Yang there. We're getting straight into the action to begin with. Pretty good.
Got him. Now who's next?
Oh, yeah, watch out what's behind you.
Thank me later.
Ah, hello, best girl. How are you doing ever since you got stabbed through the middle in Volume 5?
Incoming. Yeah.
Good way to start the episode. Oh yeah, and you're here as well. So your favourite characters?
Just keep it towards the back.
Nice. I like how his little machine pistols there have no recoil on them. Just a little detail there. Something for the animators to bear in mind. Guns generally recoil when you fire them. Oh god, Jesus. Don't die, Weiss. You scared the hell out of me in Volume 5.
I can't believe he turned his back on us. He just...
Step away from my throne.
Adam, is that you?
We? Everyone knows what you did. You abandoned your brothers at Haven.
Step away from my...
We are not taking orders from you anymore. We heard you folded the moment you got sass from the Belladonna girl. I guess she's got more control over you than you...
Sent in the ranks? Oh. Yeah, he'll do that. He's an asshole like that. Do you remember my reaction that I did to the Adam Taurus Volume 6 short when that came out?
The Belladonna girl.
That got a few dislikes, I think, from Adam fans. But no, I stand by what I said in that video, from what I remember of it. Thing is, like, Adam started out as kind of like a revolutionary character, and it would have been interesting to explore that aspect of him, but I do feel like the writers kind of took him down the whole abusive ex-boyfriend route.
2 weeks since the attack on Haven.
Sorry, I'll
The official report states that the
finish my thought in a second.
CCT tower was thwarted by Gira
This plot unfolding.
militia group from Menagerie. A huntsman and some students coincidentally visiting the headmaster were also able to lend some assistance. Unfortunately, Leonardo Lionheart lost his life while trying to defend his school, and those responsible for organizing the attack managed to escape. As I'm sure you can guess, there's a lot more to this report than I'm willing to say in this letter. But for now,
God, it looks
what I'm trying to
gorgeous.
say is that we're on our way to Atlas, James. There's a good chance
okay.
we'll get there before this letter does, but in case we don't,
We're off to
I need you
Atlas.
know that we're bringing a lot more than bad news.
Weiss's territory.
See you soon, Crow.
Does that mean we're going to see her family
We're
again?
running.
Now what's with the standing? It's almost time.
We're going to have to see Papa Schnee again. He's an asshole. And that slimy little sycophantic brother of hers as well.
And? What an absolute waste of time.
What did you get me?
You'll have to wait and see. No fair. You think it's too early for beach season?
Oh my. Man service for all you Ren fans out there.
But we will be one step closer to Atlas.
Well, I'm glad you're all excited, but I don't think you appreciate the trouble I went through to leave Atlas. I know
True,
guys,
you did go to a lot of trouble.
Team RWBY won't leave your side for a second. I promise.
Yeah, but I suppose you don't feel too
No one's
happy
gotta
about
be
having to go
worried
back.
with us around.
So who are you two?
And you are...
I'm Nora.
Why, Dee and Dudley, of course. The Argus Limited's very own huntsman.
Dee and
Keeping
Dudley.
everyone safe as we pass through grim territory.
But for a generous tip, we can make sure your passenger car gets extra special attention should things get dangerous.
I don't trust you.
Yeah, I got a tip for you.
Huh?
Buzz off. Looks like Mistral's really scraping the bottom of the barrel these days.
Hey, you're talking to a...
A professional huntsman, right. Well, it seems like one of you heroes left the staff entrance to the caboose wide open. Be ashamed to lose your
Oh,
job.
their reliability, clearly. That's not a good sign.
Come on, dummy.
Curious that they have names, though.
I do hope those weren't Beacon graduates.
You know, sometimes the burden of saving the world feels overwhelming. But then people like that come along and make me grateful that it's our job and not theirs.
It'd be interesting to see more dynamics with Oscar
Kids
in the
ready to
group.
go? Bike all loaded up.
That's something else I'm looking forward to
Just waiting on
seeing.
Blake, as usual.
I still don't feel like I deserve the freedom you
Oh, you! I forgot about
You're
you,
going to have to get over it.
Ilya.
Saving Haven had a huge
I forgot about
impact on
you.
how Faunus are seen in Mistral. Now it's up to you all to take the progress and keep running with it.
Right. The White Fang may have been a failure, but with your father starting up a new movement, I've got more faith than ever before. Thank you, Blake.
Oh, starting off with a heartwarming moment already, are we? Sorry, I'm just like looking at things in the background. The visuals are,
But my
just
team needs me.
nice.
We're going to track down the people responsible for the attack on Haven and the fall of Beacon.
I know that means okay, not nice, but fuck it,
More than
I'm
you
praising it,
realize.
okay?
Hey, I know your parents already saw you off, but where's...
Son? Oh, he's right here.
Monkey Boy. Monkey King.
What? You didn't think I was gonna miss your big send-off, did you?
He definitely overslept in absolute.
And you! We've not seen you for a while. Old boy who's afraid of water.
Now, would you hurry up? Need I remind you, we have our own trip to plan. Oh. I didn't know Ilya was gonna be here. I'll give you two a moment. Hey, almost didn't see you there. 'Cause, you know, the camouflage.
Wrong tree.
He'll figure it out.
So you're really going to Vacuo?
That's right. Seeing you reunited with the rest of Team RWBY really made me realize something. I'm like the worst team leader ever. Me and the boys were cool with a little hiatus, but we gotta make up for lost time. Shade Academy's not dealing with any problems like Haven right now. Plus, that means I can show the guys around my old stomping grounds.
And I have to admit, I think I was kind of getting used to having you around.
I go where I'm needed.
So he's doing his own thing?
And you don't need me anymore.
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds sad.
When you say it like that, it sounds like he's bowing out or something.
Despite the drama and the fighting and the numerous attempts on my life, I had a lot of fun. But you're with who you're supposed to be now.
Son, I don't think I'll ever be able to thank you enough. I'm still,
You're still working a lot of things out. I know. But you can do it with them. And in the future, who knows? I've got a feeling you haven't seen the last of me.
Okay, right. I hope that's a good sign. Because he is kind of an awesome character. I do like Sun.
I don't know, man.
For a second it sounded like he was saying
Like, just let
goodbye.
me go.
As though
It was never
this is his
about
final
that,
moment,
Brainiac.
but...
Besides, now that your leader's back and hardened from battle, I've got to focus all of my time into getting you boys ready for the wasteland.
Then again, if we're going to be going sort of continent to continent over the course of the, RWBY, maybe at some point they're going to go to Vacuo, and we're going to see him again. Maybe he's going to drop out for a couple of volumes. So I feel like there are other characters who we haven't seen for a while who may well show up again. Jesus, check out that old woman's specs. There's some fancy cyberpunk goggles she got on there. And that is a spacious train compartment, just saying. I've only ever been on a sleeper train once in my life. That was in 2009, when I was in my late teens doing an A-level modern history course. We went on a field trip to Russia, took the overnight train from Moscow to St. Petersburg, and let's just say the compartments were nowhere near that spacious. 4 lads in one compartment.
I mean, if you want me to kick your butt, yeah, sure. Let me grab my scroll. Here, let me help you with that. Blake, you don't have to do that. I don't know.
Character faces have so much expression in them.
I'm fine. We're gonna be fine. It's just gonna be a bit before things are back to normal. But I am glad we're all back together.
She's probably just a bit, you know, guilty about having left for so long.
Okay.
Just wants to make up for it.
Oh, hey, Uncle Crow.
Oh, I see he's upgraded from his hip flask to a proper drink.
Sure.
Never mind. He just instantly dropped it. Dang it.
Exactly what it sounds like.
Just my luck.
It's not yours. Grab your weapons.
Well, Yang kinda doesn't need to. She already has it with her. And here we go. Okay, right, so we're back to the opening. How are these two gonna do? Okay, the answer is not well. Jesus. So he's dead, I'm guessing.
What's the plan, Ruby?
Don't let anyone else die.
Okay, but I think we need a bit more than that.
Shall I?
No, I'm keeping control.
What's going on?
Okay, so I'm really interested to see the combat scenes in this volume. Just to see how well they flow. Because I can't remember, I think I said when I was doing my Volume 5 reaction that sometimes the fight scenes in Volume 5, some of them were better than others. And that's a nifty little trick. Control the train's defences from your scroll. But yeah, some of the combat scenes in Volume 5 I always felt were a bit... Now, some of them were smoother than others. Others felt a bit stop-starty, a bit... The pacing felt a bit weird. But others weren't much better. So I'm interested to see how the combat scenes in this one... How well they compare. Also, can I just say, I really like this train model that they're on, that they've used for this sequence. I know it's a funny thing to say, but... This is a funny time to be a bit of a train nerd, but, yeah. Everybody loves trains. And come to think of it, this is... Yeah, now that I think about it, this is the 3rd time we've had an action sequence on a train. Because we had the Black Trailer. Volume 2, with Roman Torchwick on the train with the bombs.
You can get that idiot
And now
to
this.
shut off the turrets. We're just drawing the Grim toward the passengers.
Right. Stop! You've got to shut the turrets up.
Are you crazy? No way!
There's a fancy rifle he's got there, I kinda like it.
Yes! Another one down.
Stop! You have to lure the Grim to the back.
What does it matter? They're dead.
Yeah, he's a liability. He doesn't know what he's doing. There's a big boy.
Where are they going?
Oh. Yeah, that's a problem. I might want to get down. Okay. That was a loud bone snap. Ouch. Christ, I'm surprised you still have your arm.
I said, turn those damn things off. Those things are keeping us alive.
Us, sure, but they're putting the passengers.
In charge here.
Do love a good train action sequence. Who doesn't love a good train? If you don't like trains, you're an abomination, just saying.
Maybe we wouldn't be in this.
You freak of nature.
Please just shut off the turrets.
Trust us. We know what we're doing.
Ah. Jean's already got that healing power.
Fine.
It's already coming into play.
Ren, could you use your semblance to mask everyone on this train? With the
Could
guns
he?
off and emotions hidden?
What, an entire
Lose track of us.
train full of people?
I've never attempted to affect this many people.
Well, you've never had Jean's help before. You could amplify your aura.
Yeah, that's an alright plan.
May I?
Don't look so worried, Ren. You can totally do this.
I'm afraid there's one complication. Grim are also attracted to this.
Oh.
None of your business.
Well,
are you serious?
That's good to know.
Tell us that.
It doesn't matter right now. Every second we're on board this train, we're putting everyone else in danger. Get the passengers to the front cars. You'll still mask the emotions and kill the turrets. We just can't come with you. If we cut the back cars with us and the relic on them, we can deal with the Grim. You just make sure the rest of the train makes it safely to Argus.
Only if you'll promise you'll meet us there.
Jean is a character who's come very far, hasn't he, over the series? Oh, it's you again. What's your deal? Right, I'm just going to say that old woman is important, isn't she? Because that's the second time it's shown that... Hi. That's not... Oh. Was that a callback to the black trailer? A bit, you know, where Blake cut the coupling of the train cars and then receded into the distance, but this time it was the other way around. But now it's just a hallucination, I guess. Well, not hallucination, that's not the right word. Just for a moment seeing things. Well, that is the definition of a hallucination, isn't it? Or one of them, anyway. What am I talking about? I'm just going to stop talking for a moment. God, I do love that locomotive model. Dear Lord, he can fight. He can do it. He's getting better. Yang got them muscles. Yeah, I have to say, if I have to kind of rank each of the 4 team members of RWBY, who's my favourite? I mean, the thing is, I like all 4 of them. They've got good combat styles, and they're great characters. Obviously, Weiss is my number 1 favourite of the 4. I think probably Yang would probably be my second favourite. And then I'd probably put sort of Blake and RWBY kind of in 3rd place, tied. Just my personal ranking, though. Oh, damn, Crow, watch out. Oh, God. Okay, so far this combat sequence is very smooth. Flows really nicely, I like it. Because there's always a trick. You know, you watch the older volumes. They would always sort of have the characters moving in time to the music, and as a result it would flow so well. But then I think like volume 4 and 5 sometimes didn't quite get that right. Also, his tail is actually a snake. Have they like restrained it? Oh right, they grounded it. That's what they said they were going to do. Well, that's one way to deal with that asshole. Can you freeze that? Never mind. Oh boy. Yeah, you don't want to be on a train when it derails. Are we good? Or are we not? Yeah, Jesus God. My fucking voice just broke then.
Okay?
Ooh, second puberty.
I'm fine. Yeah. Still alive.
Soon I'll be a real man. You. Who are you? What's your deal?
Sure was a close one up.
And where can I buy some of your cyber spectacles? Because they look awesome. Alright, she's clearly important. She's going to factor into the story in some way. Is she going to join them on their journey? I bet you she's a total badass, whoever she is. Alright, so we've got our opening sequence. I was about to say new opening sequence. Not new in the sense that it's new. New to me. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, that was a good opener. That's a very good opener. Good way to open the volume. Nice action. Great visuals. Right, you're in the opening sequence, old woman. You're clearly important in some way. Ooh. Ooh. Ruby fighting in a tunnel with Snake Grin. That's interesting, isn't it? That was Roman Torchwick's bowler hat. You all saw that. Neo's got to be coming back in this one, hasn't she? I would have thought so. I mean, that feels like a clue. Who are you? And who are you? Well, obviously we know that's Ozpin and Oscar, but it's always interesting when you see these new opening credit sequences and you see all the new characters and you think to yourself, ooh, who are all these people going to be? Where are they going to come into the story? Are they friends? Are they foes? Somewhere in the middle. Okay. Yeah, the old woman's there again. Who is she? Okay, I'm just... Given the fact that she's posing alongside the main crew, she's probably a good character. She's probably friendly. I'm curious to know who she is, though. So what's her deal? That's some nice artwork in the background, by the way. Okay, so that was episode 1 of RWBY Volume 6. There's not really much else for me to say other than really what I've already said before, which was that was great. I really enjoyed it. It was a good way to start off the this next volume, rather, not current volume. That's what I nearly said. Oh yeah, so it feels really, really good to be back with RWBY, and you know I'll try and get my reactions to the remainder of the volume recorded, ideally as soon as I can, really. Because the thing is, I've signed up to Rooster Teeth first. So I might as well, you know, take advantage of the fact, you know, that I basically get to watch episodes of RWBY over the next month ad-free without any sort of interruption. Might as well take advantage of that now while it lasts. So fantastic job to the animators. That combat sequence was really smooth. I really loved it. Just loved the visuals. They were fantastic. It was great to see all of our favourite characters back in action. And I'm really looking forward to seeing episode 2 and seeing how the characters handle this situation that they're now in. They're now stranded out in the middle of the freezing wilderness and on a wrecked train. Definitely want to know who the old woman is. What's her deal? You know, what's she up to? Is she a friend? I'm assuming she is. Just because, I don't know, the opening sequence as well, it sort of made it look like she's probably a friend, since she's very much shown with the standard RWBY characters. So, yeah, interested to see who she is. I'll bet you, like I said before, I bet you she's a badass. I bet you she's a real good fighter. Something like that. But yeah, other than that, I don't think there's really anything else for me to say other than hope you all join me for episode 2 very, very soon. And, yeah, my usual outro stuff. If you're not aware, Propagandist is my second channel. My main channel is General Red Strategist, link down below, where I do a lot of gaming content. If you're into that kind of thing, definitely go and check it out. It's a very eclectic channel for anyone who's new to Propagandist. But, you know, there might be something on there that you enjoy. But other than that, yeah, this is Red, signing off now. Thanks all once again. Hope you'll join me next time, and goodbye.